And Dawson will be taking on Joel Alvarez in a lightweight contest at UFC Vegas, August 2nd at the UFC Apex. Alvarez talked about moving to 170, but he's not. This is a lightweight contest. Dawson's 14 in the lightweight division. Alvarez is number 15. I can see Dawson getting takedowns in this fight, but Joel Alvarez is so dangerous off his back, so it'll be an interesting dynamic there. I'll probably go with Dawson to win a decision, get takedowns, and win by positional control. It's going to be hard to sub Alvarez, and it's going to be hard to land significant strikes from the top position on Alvarez because he's so dangerous off his back. Dawson has kind of been relegated to just being at the bottom of the rankings. Even if he wins this fight, he's not going to move up. He's fighting a guy ranked one spot below him. In general, the lightweight division at the top is kind of like the same guys other than Topuria and Paddy Pimblett. Speaking of the lightweight division, Alexander Hernandez will face Chase Hooper in a lightweight contest. UFC 319, August 16, Chicago, Illinois. That's the card which is headlined by DDP versus Hamzat Chimaev. Hernandez coming off a win over Kurt Holobaugh by decision. Chase Hooper coming off a win over Jim Miller by decision. Got to go with Chase Hooper in this fight. I mean, he's made tremendous strides in his game. He started off basically a jiu-jitsu guy with terrible striking. Now his striking is very good and dangerous. Very dangerous on the ground, too. With the ground and pound and submissions, I see him getting the fight to the floor and either TKOing him or subbing him. I'll go with him winning by armbar or choke. Aljamain Sterling hasn't fought since December when he lost a decision to Movsar Evloev. He was offered a fight with Pitbull for Pitbull's UFC debut, but he turned it down because he felt he didn't have an adequate amount of time to prepare for it.
Does this mean you don't have anything on the books? You got something coming soon? Like, what are the plans for Aljamain Sterling?
Well, if you had a fight camp with Merab, you're in camp. So I've been training. I've been wanting to fight since March. After I fought in December, I asked for March. Then they gave me a short notice opportunity against Pitbull in February, which was like 5.5 weeks, which is only 4.5 weeks of time to prepare, because the last week is just a weight cut. And that was too short notice because when they offered the fight, I was in Miami partying. So it didn't make sense. I was like, dude, I'm not in shape now. I was training for this moment. You guys kind of told me I could take my foot off the gas. I did that, and then they offered me a fight. I'm like, come on, give me a full camp. Give me a full camp, or don't tell me to take my foot off the gas. And then when I start working and promote my Funk Harbor company and start going to do all these activations and stuff, it's not realistic for me to just jump into a fight. But now I'm in good shape. I still drink here and there. That's normal for me. Everyone's not the same. And hopefully I get something soon, man. I'm getting bored.
Pitbull ended up taking on Yair Rodriguez instead of Aljamain Sterling, and Yair won a decision in that one. Now Pitbull has been matched up with Dan Ige, July 19th. That's UFC 318. Holloway versus Poirier is on the main card, as well as Vettori, Allen, and Ige Pitbull. They need to add a couple more fights to that main card. PFL selling some tickets for $25 while supplies last, taxes and fees apply. It's for their World Tournament semifinals and finals. They also got a new app where you can watch live fights and access their full content library.
This is legacy. The PFL brings you the biggest fights with the biggest stars. And now, the official PFL app is here. Stream live fights from all of PFL's international leagues.
Oh my goodness!
Plus, fighter access and news from around the world of PFL.
First round finish!
PFL app, available now on your mobile device. Everything PFL in the palm of your hand.
Legendary.
Nasruddin Imavov is the backup for UFC 319. If his services aren't needed, though, he says he's going to fight in September at UFC Paris. He says he doesn't want to just wait around for a title shot, but he's ranked number 1. He may be in the position where they just will give him a title shot against the winner of DDP and Hamzat. And being a backup also probably increases his credibility with the UFC. Counting Saturday's fight, 2 of O'Malley's last 3 fights have been rematches. He avenged the loss to Vera. He's trying to avenge the loss to Merab Saturday night.
Physically, it was completely different. I was able to really prepare the proper way for a guy like Rob. You can't, run the mountain and hit mitts and then go fight Merab. You got to be on the mat. You got to be grappling. You got to be wrestling, and that's what we were able to do this fight. So, even last fight, very confident going into that cage. Thought I was going to put his lights out. Didn't get the job done, but even more confident this time. The last fight, it was almost like a forced beef there rather than a real beef. The fight before that with Cheeto was like a real beef, and that one, it did well pay-per-view. I thought people were wanted to see it. Me as a fan, the main event, I want those to hate each other, and there's something to it. And I just, I kind of forced that last fight. And this fight didn't feel genuine, didn't feel real. And, I think I was just like, you know what? If people aren't as excited because there's not beef, it is what it is. Being on the mats as much as possible. Cardio. If we're fighting the machine, I got to be able to push hard for 25 minutes. That's one of my best attributes in every fight is my footwork. And I was lacking a little bit of that last fight. So just being off my phone makes me feel like I have a lot less stress, a lot less like the build up to the fight isn't as big when you're not seeing it everywhere. You're not seeing it on Twitter. You're not seeing it on Instagram. Like, so I'm not seeing it as much. So it's just, I'm not building it up to something that's some crazy event. Like, just another fight for me. Like, it's the 4th title fight in a row. So it feels, I understand my mission and what I have to go out there and do, and not making it some unrealistic huge event. God, I want to get that one back, and I got to do it in spectacular fashion. But I think about that every fight. Like, I want it to end in a beautiful viral KO. Like, that's the goal every fight. I think when it comes to, like, he's supposed to beat me. He beat me last fight. He's the champ. He's the favorite. He's the greatest of all time. And I don't feel like I have much pressure on my shoulders. It's gonna be incredible to take the belt from Aljamain Sterling, and then to take the belt from his teammate Merab. Like, that's just movie shit. Like, you can't make that shit up. So it's gonna feel good. It's gonna feel right, and it's full circle. Like, this is where I gave Merab my jacket. This is where Aljo and Henry fought. I fought the winner, and we're back in New Jersey. Full circle.
I'm not quite sure. Obviously, I was in the back warming up. And obviously, people also are asking about the weight cut just because of me missing weight, and why I missed weight and all of that. Again, I'm not quite sure what went wrong, but something happened during the weight cut that the coaches were like, okay, and Tyler, they called it off. They didn't want me to keep cutting. And they felt that if I kept cutting, I was going to end up in the hospital. And then during the warm up, the rehydration was fine. Everything was great. I felt good on fight day. And then I was warming up. And to be honest, that's really all that I remember is warming up. And then I remember being in the back of a ambulance. And that's really all that I remember. But I do know that one thing I do know is that I've cut the same amount of weight before. I've done everything the exact same as this week. So I'm not really sure what happened or what's going on. But Hunter and Dr. Davidson and all the doctors at the UFC, and they're trying to get me the best doctors and the best care. And they're going to be sending me out of state to go and get more exams, go and get more tests, see a neurologist, I had an MRI this morning, and so we're just trying to figure out what happened and what exactly had gone on Saturday.